Here we go, guys. VegasTopDogs.com. I'm Tony K. Sniper Wes, smiling over there with his Dodgers hat on, up 2-0. Both road teams in the playoffs, up 2-0 in the series as we're doing this video. And we're ready for some college football this week. I have two selections. Sniper Wes has two. So let's jump right in. Wes, welcome back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of funny, man. I was thinking about this because my entire family, I live here in Vegas, but my whole family, they live up there about an hour outside of Seattle. It's out in the country, really nice area. I was just up there actually on a brief vacation. But I was wondering what they're going to do if the Mariners and Dodgers meet in the World Series, because literally their whole block is nothing but Mariners flags on every single house. And I don't think they don't exactly have a Dodger flag on their house or anything, but they do wear Dodger hats around. So they might have to take a sabbatical inside the house for about a week and a half during the World Series if that happens.
Yeah, it'd be a short flight. I'm sure both teams would be happy with that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, guys, before we start with our selections, give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up. You'll be notified each and every time a new video comes out, whether it's college or I'm sure we'll have a World Series video. We have NBA starting next week, so sports in full swing. We have hockey, NFL. So check out the hot cappers, free picks and premium plays, and more sportsbook bonuses as well at VegasTopDogs.com. Let's jump right in. We have 4 free pick winners for you. And I'm going to take a look at Penn State at Iowa. No more James Franklin. Big game James is out. Can't win the big games. He couldn't win the bad games twice. 20-point favorite. he couldn't. Right. He couldn't. Never mind covering. He couldn't even get the win when he was a 20-point favorite. I think it was time for him to go. I'm from Pennsylvania and I'm a Penn State fan, so I'm happy to see him go. So we lost James Franklin. We lost Drew Aller. We have a redshirt freshman quarterback in. We have an old wide receiver, Terry Smith, in as head coach. But a team goes on the road. I think they'll be a little more relaxed. Remember, they were ranked number 2 earlier in the season, so they do have talent. Just the play calling has been terrible. Clock management's been terrible. You know, the team wasn't buying into James Franklin. So I like Penn State in this spot here today. Or on Saturday, they're getting 3 points. I think Penn State, the defense has been very good. They struggle against passing teams. Iowa doesn't look to throw downfield. They don't have a mobile quarterback or a dual threat quarterback. So I think Penn State plus the points is the right side here, especially with Iowa off their big 37-0 win at Wisconsin. Give me Penn State plus the points when nobody's going to be on them. We're taking Penn State and fading the public in this one.
Yeah, there you go. It's interesting. New head coach and new quarterback for Penn State. You don't see that too often. But, I'm going to talk about Oregon later on in the video. But Oregon, you should actually tack on 2 more wins to Oregon's record this year because they beat Penn State 3 times. You know what I mean? They beat them once, and then Penn State let them beat them again against UCLA, and then again, against Northwestern as well. So, yeah, right. I believe it or not, I was not a big James Franklin fan, but in hindsight, looking back on it now, I kind of feel bad for him. I feel like he just lost the locker room, but I don't know. I guess there's no one to blame but the man in the mirror at the end of the day.
He's getting $50 million. He's smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Well, we will move
for his next meal. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think he'll do all right. So we're gonna move from the Big Ten over to the SEC, Tony. So I'm looking at Arkansas and Texas A&M. So Texas A&M, they have just dominated Arkansas as of late. They beat them 3 straight times. They have beat them 9 of the past 10 head-to-heads. So that's a lot of revenge for the Arkansas Razorbacks here. And I think they're going to show up here at home, man. I mean, they want to beat Texas A&M. They don't just want to cover. They want to beat these guys. This will be the first time that they play this game at Arkansas's home field since 2013, which I think is a big deal. They constantly play this game in Jerry World, right? AT&T Stadium in Dallas. But this year it's actually in Arkansas. Bobby Petrino, he is the interim head coach, which is kind of funny because he used to be the head coach of the Razorbacks for years. Now he's the interim head coach after Sam Pittman was fired after the Notre Dame loss. So we'll see what shakes out with that. But I'll tell you what, the quickest way to get the interim tag off your name is to beat Texas A&M, right? Outright. That would go a long way for Bobby Petrino. But the Aggies, they're going to be without Le'Veon Moss, who is their top pass rusher. That will hurt them a little bit. Marcel Reed is a fantastic quarterback, so the Razorbacks are going to have to contain him. I think they're going to do well here, Tony. If you remember, they played Tennessee, and they only lost by 3 to Tennessee, and that was a shootout, and they hung tough with them. I think they can hang tough with A&M. Give me Arkansas plus 7.5 over the Aggies.
Yeah, that's a juicy home dog as well.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, check out VegasTopDogs.com. Give us a like, subscribe, and thumbs up as well to these videos. We'll keep these free picks coming across all sports. We have 2 more free pick winners on this video. And let's jump right in with college football here with a battle of 2 ranked opponents, both teams 5-1. Number 10, LSU, takes on number 17, Vanderbilt. Current line is Vandy -2. So Vandy coming off that loss against Alabama. They're now rested. This is a revenge game after losing to LSU last year. Not only did they lose to LSU last year, but they're 0-10 all time at LSU. And this is the first time ever Vanderbilt's been favored in an SEC game. So I think the odds makers are telling you something here. 0-10 all time, never favored an SEC game. This week against LSU, they are -2. But this Vanderbilt team's, built differently. They're very good offensively and defensively. They're coming off a rare loss. Their head coach has them playing extremely well, averaging 43 points per game on offense, only allowing 19 points per game on defense. Now, the LSU defense is pretty good. They're only giving up 12 points per game. The offense has not done well, especially on the road. And they haven't scored more than 20 points at all in a game this season. So the defense has been winning it for them. But I think both of these defenses are solid. Vanderbilt, especially at home, the better offense. I like Vanderbilt to come up here on top. Vanderbilt Commodores with the big upset, and they'll be rushing on the field after their big win over number 10 LSU on Saturday.
Yeah, they might just carry the goalposts out of there. Yeah. Diego Pavia, man, he's such a great quarterback. He's a 71% completion percentage, 1,400 yards, 14 TDs, 4 interceptions, QBR of 168. Guy's just a stud, man. You could tell he just brought that winning mentality to this program, and scrappy southpaw too at that, right? So I'm going to move over.
Yeah, dual threat quarterback. He could do it, beat with his arm.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to move over to the Big Ten here, Tony. I'm going to look at Rutgers and Oregon. So I know we were talking about Oregon a little bit earlier, but Oregon, that was not a good look for them against Indiana. They got mollywopped there, right? So they're going to want to bounce back here, but I think that Rutgers can hang tough. Rutgers, they're 3-3 overall. They're 5-1 against the number. The one game they did not cover was last week against Washington. How do I know that? Because I was on Washington, and Washington covered that number. They won 38-19. But the one thing about that game, Washington pulled away late. So Rutgers, they hung around for the first 3 quarters. They actually played some good football. They just didn't close out. They didn't play, all the way through the game. And that's why they didn't cover that spread. But I think they're going to do that here. I think they're going to play 4 solid quarters. I don't think they beat Oregon, but I think they can hang tough. I get that Oregon wants to bounce back off that loss, but do they really want to blow their wad on Rutgers when they have bigger fish to fry? I don't think so. Athan Kaliakmanis, the quarterback for Rutgers, he's been solid, 66% completion percentage, 152 QBR, only 3 interceptions on the year. I think he plays well here. I think Rutgers plays well here. This is almost like their Super Bowl, right? I mean, I know they played Washington. That was a big game, but I mean, it doesn't get much better than playing, or much bigger than playing the Oregon Ducks, especially, past 5 years in college football. So give me Rutgers. For purposes of the video, we will do plus 17, Rutgers plus 17 over the Oregon Ducks.
And one other thing, I believe that's a night game. I'm double checking. Yeah, it's a 6:30 p.m. kickoff. So they're going to be tailgating all day at Rutgers, and fans are going to be pumped up for that game against the Ducks. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We have 4 free pick winners for you. Get our premium plays. I'm actually loading one up for Friday night's matchup between Nebraska and Minnesota. So get my premium plays. Check out what Wes has on the website, plus the other hot cappers at VegasTopDogs.com. Wes, thanks for joining me again this week, and good luck with your action.
Let's cash some tickets, Tony.
As always, good luck and be a winner.